Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to spend some of your day with me today. Today I am going to do the second in my little series of weekend makeup looks. And last week I posted a look that was sort of more glam, more suitable for Valentine's Day or a date night or whatever. Not just for Valentine's Day, just a nice glam look. And I put on false lashes, which I don't normally do. So I thought that today I would do a look for when we are out of lockdown. We have maybe a family Sunday lunch and the kind of makeup you might wear for that. And I was thinking, well, it probably would be, you know, lunchtime or maybe early afternoon. It could even be a brunch mid-morning, so you may not want to look very made up, but you still want to look pulled together and glamorous. And so I thought that this time I would do a slightly more understated look, but still nice and glowy. So I'm going to get stuck straight in, and I'm just going to pin back my hair. I'm sorry if the lighting changes while I'm moving. I am using natural light, and sometimes when I'm moving it changes a little bit. Now I have done all my skincare, so I'm going to put on my primer, which is my favourite one, and it's the Sculpted by Aimee Beauty Base in Pearl, and it has hyaluronic acid and your factor 30 sunscreen in it, and it has a lovely glow. And I often just wear this on its own without makeup, particularly at the moment when we're indoors a lot more, but it's great if you're just nipping out to the shop, or you know, to grab your groceries or go for a walk or something like that. So you can see that that gives a sort of a nice, I hope you can see anyway, a nice glow. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation, and I think I'm in the colour, it's fair, it's worn away, but it is fair. It's one of the lightest colours, and I'm nearly out of this, but this is a lovely light foundation, but it does give a kind of a nice glow, and I'm going to apply it with a stippling brush. This is a Sephora, and I have my mirror here, but I'm also using my viewfinder. So I'm going to just sort of stipple it on. Like so. And remember, this mightn't be a look that you want to be too heavy. I'm trying to stop the light from changing. It could be just a nice light base. Now this is quite a light foundation, so I actually need more, but it's a good colour match for my skin, so I don't really need to blend down too far onto my neck. So when you're happy with the coverage, then just make sure it's blended and you have no lines. I don't like too much of a contoured look, as you know, but I do like a little. And I'm using MAC, this is Harmony, which is a blush, but I use it as a contour. That's just a PS brush, Primark. They're great for brushes. And I generally just around my hairline, and I hope you can see this, around my hairline I warm it up a little bit. So I'm going between my viewfinder and my mirror. So I don't want to go I'm not going too heavy on contour, just to give my face some dimension, and a little under, you know, on your jawline. And again, make sure it's blended. So, and then I'm sticking with MAC for blush, and this one is, if I can open it, it's MAC Warm Soul. So it's kind of understated, Bobbi Brown blush brush, which you will have seen me use many times before, and I'm just literally placing the product on. I'm not swirling, I'm just placing it where I want it. And then when I have it where I want it, check my mirror, when I have it where I want it, then I can blend it with my powder brush, which is what I tend to do. And I have a nice fluffy powder brush. This is a blank canvas. I literally just sort of bring the two together like that. So this is, again, you don't want any harsh lines. You want everything to look fairly natural for something like this. Brows are next to frame the face. This is my MUA Brow Define, and it's in the colour dark brown. And I'm going to use a little magnifier mirror here. So I'm going to just, with my little spoolie on one end, just brush my brows up. My daughter does dye my brows, but they need to be done. So I'm literally just with tiny little strokes trying to mimic natural brow hair. And I don't want too much of a defined brow again, because this is a kind of a more natural look. So you can see the difference, and the same on the other side. So when you're happy with the brows, again, just go in, actually that one is slightly smaller, go in with your spoolie, and that will kind of give the impression of sort of natural brow hair. I think they're fairly much the same. I'm going to use a little actually of my foundation, just a tiny little bit on my finger, just to give a base to my lids. Sometimes I'll use a cream shadow like the Maybelline Colour Tattoo, or if I had MAC Painterly or Paint Pot Painterly or Soft Ochre, I might use one of those. I'm going to use my customised MAC palette. I'm going to go with more natural shades today, but I'm going to put a little pop of the blue in as well. So I'm going to go for, I think I'll go for this shade here on my lid, which is like, it's a slightly champagne-y colour. This is just a little fluffy Real Techniques brush. And I'm just going to place it on my lid. I'm not doing any windshield wiper motion or anything. I'm just placing it on my lid, like so. So just, you can barely see it, it just gives a little base. And then I'm going to go in with this colour here. I will write down the colours, I'll link them below. And I need a slightly more tapered brush for this, because I want to do some outer V work. So this one here, this is a slightly more tapered brush. I have deep set eyes, and they're slightly hooded, so the smaller the brush for me, the better. Now I'm literally just placing it on my brow bone and upwards. I'm not going down towards my eye, I'm going up, except for here a little bit on the outer V. Sorry, blocking you completely there. And the same on the other eye, just sort of on the brow bone, but tending upwards rather than down onto the lid. And then on the outer V as well. Checking that they're both the same. Now, I have a smaller, it's another tapered brush, it's another, no, this is a MAC. And I'm going to go in with a slightly darker, more kind of chocolatey shade there, and doing exactly the same thing. Find the bone there, and just to darken it up a little bit more. And the same on the, just on the outer V. So you're getting plenty of light colour on your lid, which I think makes your lid stand out more and gives the appearance of your eyes being bigger. Now I know that looks a bit muddy, but we will blend it all. Maybe a little bit more on this. Now at the same time I'm going to use this with the darker, that brown I was just using, and I'm going to run it under my lower lid just to give a bit more definition. Now a nice fluffy brush, and I will just blend that together. So from the inner corner of my eye outwards. So you're kind of lifting, not pulling anything down, because you want to lift your eye. So I think that looks the same. I'm going to put a tiny bit of highlighter, which is this one here. Again, I will list the colours. This is just the little fluffy Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to take a little of that. It's a kind of a creamy bone colour, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit, and it sort of just brings the colours together. A little bit more of a blend there. Now I'm going to use a thin, this is a MAC brush, an angled brush like that, and I'm going to use that same dark brown to line my eyes just a little. And I'm using the I have a magnified mirror which helps with this. So go right along the edge of your lash line, close to the lashes as possible, and you can see it's just giving more definition. And don't worry, I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but we can clean that up. Now I'm going to just pull that out a little, because I do like a little bit of a wing. And the same on the other side. Close to the lash line as possible, and you can see I'm not doing a sweeping motion, I'm just sort of dotting it. I'm sorry about the lighting. And then just pull it out in a little wing. Now again, if you want to, you can go under, just to bring the two together like that. Now I'm going to take this blending brush again and just gently blend all that. Now for a little pop, because I'm wearing a dress that is a kind of a duck egg blue, I want to make my eyes pop a little bit. So I'm going to be very brazen, and I'm going to use this colour. Again, I don't know the name, but I will list it. And I am just going to take, this is a very small Real Techniques brush. Now this has got a little bit of glitter in it, and it's quite pigmented. And I am literally going to pop that onto the center of my eyelid and sort of blend it out a little bit. It's not something that's going to be, you know, hit you straight in the eye when you see it, but it just gives a little pop. And again, with the blending brush, just blend it in. You could also, if you want to do something like this with any color, you could just pop it on with your finger, your ring finger, because it's you have the lightest touch with your ring finger. And again, just blend. Now, curl the lashes, very important, because you're going to lift your eyes. My favourite mascara at the moment is the Catrice Iconista. It gives a false lash effect, and it's black. You can get this in a waterproof version as well, but I don't use that. Well, I haven't tried it, so but this one is lovely, and it really, I think it really gives dramatic lashes. And I'll show you. You can layer it, build it up. Now look at the difference. I think it's fantastic, and it is a very good price point. It's less than €6. I buy it in either Primark or Pennies, as it is here in Ireland, or a lot of pharmacies will stock it as well. It's just fine. You can get it online too. It's just at the moment finding somewhere that does stock it that's open, and I did. Now I do have a little bit of fallout there. Just here you can see it, slightly, a bit of blue. So I'm going to conceal with my Sculpted by Aimee Brighten Up Under Eye Concealer, and this one is in the colour Vanilla. Love this concealer. It's lightweight, but it has really good coverage and good pigmentation, and it really does brighten. I have dark circles, as you can see, so that's where I would normally place it, but because I have a little bit of fallout, I'm going to place a little bit here as well, just to that's sort of like a V, just to brighten my eyes. So again, with my brush, this is a Real Techniques concealer brush, I am just pressing that in. You could do it again with your finger or with a beauty sponge, but at the moment I'm just enjoying this because this brush. So again, just press in. You're not moving the product around because you want the coverage where you want the coverage. You don't want to move it. And just so that's the concealer. Now for lipstick, I want a sort of an understated lipstick. So I'm going for NARS Dolce Vita, which is a lovely colour. I'm not going to line my lips or anything. I have lip balm on. It's practically gone. And I'm just applying straight from the bullet. This is a lovely shade. It's a sort of a natural nudie shade, but kind of your lips but better. And I just think for something like a Sunday lunch or Sunday brunch, it's really, really nice. It's also very moisturizing and comfortable to wear. Now I am going to, yes, I have one other thing I want. I'm going to put a little bit of highlight on with MAC Colour Base in Hush. Actually, I think it's a cream base, but that's what it is. It looks kind of goldeny peachy, and it is, but it's just gorgeous. It doesn't come out in any kind of scary way, and you can just place it where you feel the light would just hit your bone structure and just lift. I might even put a little bit there and a little bit there. And there. So that's the look. I will fix my hair and change my clothes and let you see the finished look. Back in a minute. So I'm back, and I've literally just straightened my hair with my GHD, popped on a little pair of earrings, some rings that'll pull out the colour in the dress. So that's why I put that little pop of blue. I don't know if I'll be able to show you the dress. I'll see. And actually, before I finish, I forgot to put a little bit of powder on. Now I tend not to powder too much, but just on the safe side, some Charlotte Tilbury airbrush flawless finish, which is practically gone, but I only powder in the areas that I need, and that would be just sort of under my eye and my nose and around my mouth and that, because I am a bit of I do touch my face. That's a very fine powder. So that's the makeup look. I'll see if I can show you my dress. So you can kind of see my dress, and it actually is a split front. It has a lovely, it's lined. That's what I'm trying to say. It's lined. It's from an Irish brand called Quarry. So I hope you have enjoyed that. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I love interacting with you all, and so I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay well, stay safe, and I will talk to you very soon in the next video. Bye.